Hey everyone, welcome to Millennium Computers online 5-minute tutorial series. Today's course is going to answer the question, how do I reassign maintenance on my pinned reports? Now, let me just backtrack and explain the new report that I'm talking about today is located under Administration and under Information, and you're going to notice a new option called Pinned Reports. Now, of course, the Information tab is where you're going to find all the various audit logs and access reports within each FAST application. Now, we could do this at the site admin level, but it's also available at each application level for the administrators. So let me explain a little bit about this particular report and how it could be useful. Once you access details about pinned reports, you could certainly refine this page to include a number of parameters. So maybe you want to find a particular reporting page that has been used to create a number of pinned reports. If you know the title, you could even search by pinned report name. So these are all the pinned reports that I have currently within Fast Finance Reporting. Now keep in mind, you guys, this is module neutral. So I'm working today in Fast Finance Reporting, but this is going to be identical from application to application. You could also search for a particular person on campus that created those pinned reports. If you want to, you could also leave everything blank except for the application. In this case, I'm just going to execute the report and see what comes up. So what we're looking at now is actually every pinned report within my instance of Fast Finance Reporting. What we're going to see is by page name. We're going to also see the pinned report title. We're going to see who created those pinned reports. And I'm going to come back in a second to this maintained by column. And here we're going to have a whole bunch more really cool details. So we're going to see when that report was last executed. We're going to see how many times it has been executed. Now, this is a nice way of keeping track of who is actually making use of those pinned reports. In particular, those public pinned reports or maybe group pinned reports that you've been working on as an administrator. You're going to be able to see how many people on campus have tagged those as favorites, how many dashboards they happen to be on. So that means someone would have actually graphed those reports and stuck them on a dashboard. How many times they've been scheduled. Now, how cool is that? You're going to be able to see at a glance not only the pinned reports, but how many times they've been used in a schedule to go out to other end users. How many members are in each group, if those have been used with the report scheduler. And then access. Access means, are these private, public, or part of a group? If they're part of a group, it's actually going to show you the groups they belong to. And if they are private, obviously they only belong to one person. And if they're public, those are the pinned reports that everyone on campus who has access to this application could potentially see and run. Now, what I'm going to focus on is the public pinned reports, and I'll show you why. Let me just scroll back over here. Let's suppose I have a pinned report that is public, but I didn't create it. Let's say it was created by one of my key people in my department, and then that person either maybe leaves the department or leaves the organization, or maybe just goes on a big, awesome month-long holiday in the summer. What's going to happen is no one else can maintain those pinned reports in that person's absence. A public pinned report is only able to be edited by the person that created it. What you have the option to do now is actually use this maintained by column to make some changes. Maybe I want to grab this particular pinned report. Let's go ahead and alter the maintenance. So we're going to add maybe Peter. And I'm going to notice this turns yellow. So that just means because we're on a data entry page, it's going to highlight all those changes that we've made and still need to save. I'm going to click my save button. So now we've saved our changes. Now let me explain to you what's actually happened here behind the scenes. Right now, this has been created by Rob, but has Peter as the maintenance by. Rob still has access to this pin report. He, in fact, still owns it. But what this allows you to do is one of two things. You can assign maintenance temporarily, or if you want to look at it like a backup maintenance person, that's a great way to approach this form as well. So Peter can now also maintain that public pinned report. And this is a cool thing to do because sometimes that primary person may not always be available. Right now, 2 people have the ability to make edits to this particular public pinned report. And this could be a permanent or a temporary change. So next time you want to know any details about your pinned reports libraries, or if you'd like to assign maintenance temporarily or permanently of that pinned report to someone else, don't forget about the new pinned report detail log.